Hey, are you an aspiring comic artist or just someone who enjoys reading comics? And do you enjoy in-depth fantasy world building? Well, I made a comic once, and I had a big fantasy world written out before that. I put the comic inside that fantasy universe that I had written. Here I will show you my first comic that I made in 2019 and show the world building included that I had written before. It will show the preparations I made before and how I creatively applied lore elements inside the world itself. This will be a multi-part series. This comic takes off with the Nightbinder invasion of Antora, an ancient temple city. Come on an adventure with me and take a deep dive into a world long forgotten, the world of Vingard. In the quiet corners of the world, something lies hidden, sealed away by the Ancient Ones. A nightmare too terrible to behold. And those of the knights who have sought this power for ages will at last unveil its terrors. With this mysterious quote, the story begins as we're thrown into the schemes of two villainous figures who had invaded a mysterious temple city. We are in the ancient temple city of Antora, the ancestral home of the Talon folk, those who serve the avian gods who are now long dead and forgotten by most. The one-eyed figure is Gisalem, the leader of the Morau, those who are called Nightbinders. Behind him, one of his loyal subjects is enjoying the torment of a soldier guard. It seems the Nightbinders have invaded this temple area, and of course, the might of a Cyclops dragon solidifies this fact. The city lies within their torment, and they will find the mysterious dreamer that was sealed away by the Ancient Ones. It was long speculated that this dreamer was the Allmother of the Kanajir, horned folk. Forgotten tales that only the most curious scholars know about said this Allmother was once beautiful and kind, but a nightmare had befallen her, and from then on, she gave birth to living nightmares. This was the catalyst to the Dark Millennium, an era of despair and abundant monstrosities, until they were all banished to the seas and forgotten. What these Nightbinders want with this dreamer, however, still remains a speculation, but it cannot be good. In the village of Talon, soldier guards who fled the ancient city of Antora after the Nightbinder invasion warned the head of Talon village, Lord Voldin. Lord Voldin, who ultimately is the ruler of both Talon village and the ancient city of Antora, will not let this invasion slide and gathers the Skyguard, the Griffin Rider army. Long ago, due to their loyal servitude to the avian gods, the Talon folk were granted a gift, that of griffins. Griffins were once a rebellious inside faction of the avian gods long ago. They wished to make their own pantheon, but were punished in their pursuit of glory. They were twisted into four-legged beings and stripped of their superior intellect. Gods they were no longer, but their descendants grew to find a great and loving alliance with the Talon folk. The people of Talon treated their gift with utmost respect. As they prepared and rode their griffins to an operation, the skill they have not seen in years, the Talongar valiantly set out. In the midst of this operation, however, an opportunity arises for two small humans. An opportunity of mischief. Enter Kolai and Moda. The children sneak into the griffin's nest, thinking that the soldiers left for a big drill. Moda devised a plan to ride one of the griffins themselves. He is definitely the more mischievous one of the two. And of course, why wouldn't he be? His father is Lord Voldin, and he is next in line to be Lord. Moda practically owns the village already. In the future, that is. Kolai, however, is quite worried about the consequences. But it is best to forget about that. Besides, they are there already, about to steal the griffin. Inside the griffin's nest, they find a griffin named Pebbles. Initially, Kolai is attacked by this griffin, but Moda quickly befriends it. This bothers Kolai a little, as throughout much of his life, animals never liked him, even though he really wanted to befriend them. But that's not important. It's time to steal Griffin. Suddenly, as they hear thumping, a sentinel approaching them, they had to run, now. They couldn't get caught, or else. They leap out along with Pebbles and set off into the sky. This innocent mischief might turn into quite the problem, however, as they decide to set out to fly to a place they had never been before. the ancient city of Antora, the place that's currently in the grasp of the Nightbinders. It is this Mischief that will change the course of Kolai and Moda's life forever. This is a glimpse into the world of Vingard. From the outside it can look rather cute, but the darkness looms, and there are no boundaries for how steep the darker parts of the stories can be. Feel free to read the comic, or wait for part 2 of the video, where I continue summarizing the story and explaining the lore along with it, and as well showing some cool concept art. I feel because of the world building I did before I started the comic, the story has boundaries now. There are rules, and not everything is possible due to the world building rules I set. This can bring believability in a fantastical world. Hope you enjoyed this type of lore video. I will be doing more soon, and also delve deeper into designing the races of my world. See you next time, and stay adventurous.